Hi and welcome back. And in this section, we are going to discuss about static and non-static members. So we are seen in some of the programs we are declaring variables using the static keywords. So in this lesson, we are going to discuss about the static and non-static members in a class. So first thing which we need to understand about static is that static members are part of the class and not the instance of the class. So by meaning it is that the static members, whenever you have static members, that means that members are belonging to the class rather than the instance of the class. So when you create an instance of the class, also you can access the static members, but the static members belongs to the particular class. So next thing which we need to understand is how we will declare static members. We use the static keyword followed by that particular. If it is a method name. If it is a variable, then the variable data type. Like that, we will declare the static members. And next thing which we need to understand about static is static members can be accessed using class names. So we can use the class name to access the static members, even though it is in we can access static members using the objects also. That means instance of the class also we can access the static members, but when you do that, the compiler will throw a warning for that you are accessing the non static member in a non-static way. Like that, it will warning it will provide. So you try to use the static members using the class name, using their class name. So in the next, we will discuss about non-static members. So non-static members are part of the instance of the class. So when we create an object, and that time we can access the non-static members. So they will be part of the non-static part, and they should be declared as in the scope of the class. So if I declare a variable without any static or any keyword, without static keyword, then that variable will be non-static. So that variable can be accessed through creating an object of the class, and using the dot operator you can access the particular variable. So that is it, the theoretical aspects of static and non-static members. Now let us see some programs to understand the concept. Now let us see a program which has static and non-static members. So in this program you can see I have variables, which is a school variable is declared, that is a static constant, that's why it is all caps. And next thing it is I am declaring a count variable, which is a static variable, and after that I am declaring an ID variable, which is non-static, and I am created three methods in this class. First one is to register the student. So in this register student method, the students will be registered, message will be printed. Along with that, the count of the student count will be also incremented. And next thing is the call student method. This method will simply print a message to the message like hello message will be printed. And the next one is method is the status method, in which the status of the for a particular student school will be printed. So this is a simple program, logic of the student object. So student object has these kind of members. Now let us see the main method to see how it is accessed. So in the main method of this program, I am created a student object and given its name and ID, and I am using the register method to register the student, and then I am calling the student using the call student. And after that I did for the two students, I created two student objects. At the last I will use this call the static method status by using the student class name. So whenever we are calling a static member, we have to use the class name. And if it is a non-static member, you are seeing we have to create a object first, and then we have to use that object dot the main name of the non-static member non-static method. Then we have to call like that. Now let us see the output to show how this is working. Here you can see total student count came, and this is a program. Now let us see another program. Now let us see another program to explain about static and non-static members. So here I am created a class, bird class. In that bird class, I have created a static variable number of legs, and following that name and color to non-static variables I have created, and following that two non-static methods, fly and make noise. So these methods will simply print the message into the console. So that is the bird object. Now let us see the main method for this program. So here in the main method, I have created two objects, crow object and eagle object. So these two objects has been initialized properly with some values, color and other properties I have initialized, and after that I am calling the fly and make noise methods respectively. So this will, you can see how the static members not non-static members are accessed and called. And finally, one more thing to say is we can access the static field like number of legs using the object notation or dot, like that. If you use also, we can access the non-static way also you can access it, but the compiler will show it is in a yellow color, showing a warning like you are using it in a non-static way. You should use in a static way by meaning it that you have to use the class name to use the particular static field. So we learned in this section about, let us run this program first. We run the program. So the both the fly method and the make noise method of respective classes are getting called. And finally, this is how the last statement is printing the access to the particular number of legs field it is coming. So in this section, we are discussed about the static and non-static members. So we are seen about them, how we will declare the non-static members and static members, how we access the non-static and static members. We have seen in this lecture. So continue watching the series. Good luck.